Hello. How are you guys doing? God, there's so much cool stuff that's coming that you guys don't know about. I can tell you about a little bit of it. Um, the charity is next month, which is crazy and kind of scary. Um, if you guys have any recommendations for stuff that I could do for, incentives, probably not read more Homestuck, considering it's been a year since the last charity event, and well, we're still reading it. So, if you haven't seen the charity, it's always good. It's like, it's a good time. It's all of the Vinesauce streamers and associated acts doing like their best stuff. It is like a month from now ish. I don't have the exact date. But thank you for the 34 months of support, Flamadus. No useful suggestion about donation incentives. Yeah, I'm still thinking about it, and I'm thinking about that I need to do something other than Flash games, unfortunately. That is a, yeah? Okay. Has the website been fixed yet? You mean Homestuck? It seems like it's fine. So yeah, I mean, I obviously started reading this. I watched all of JoJo because of donation incentives. I might do board games with people instead of Flash games since the whole copyright thing has started being a thing. So on Twitch anyway, and I don't really want to get the charity channel shut down. But man, we were playing a board game like literally just before I went live. Thank you for the 6 months of support. Corincio. Deltarune repainted as an incentive. Sure. I could even do that as a stream. But that would be good. Abigail. I can't play fetch right now. I gotta read Homestuck. I know. That's kind of how I feel too. But we were just playing this game called Horrified. Really good. It's like Arkham Horror or like World of Horror. But with Universal monsters, it's pretty good. Anyway, problem sleuth. Maybe less reading things that I have to do. Just because getting a profoundly dyslexic man with ADD to read something. Do you think we'll be done with Town of Nowhere in time for the charity streams? Maybe a Q&A then. I think the Q&A should be at a different moment because people who haven't seen Town of Nowhere are going to be like, what the fuck is happening? We could always do like a summer or like a beach episode or something. Depends. Abigail. All right. Anyway, if you guys think of something, post it in comments on YouTube videos. Send me DMs. Send me messages on Tumblr. Pingal. Thank you, Marcus Streams. I like how you got me to say Pingal by using the resub thing. Thank you for the 3 months of support. Play Twilight Imperium. I saw someone playing Twilight Imperium at my local game store. They were all set up for it, and I was like, this looks cool. Can I get in on the next game? And they were like, we've been playing since the store opened today. And I'm like, well, it's about to close. It's been open for like almost 10 hours at this point. He's like, yeah. Yeah, it has. Twilight Imperium has way too many pieces. So, maybe on the 10-hour game sessions. I mean, that's just playing orcs. Anyway, enough of that. If you think of something that you want me to do or want any of the other streamers to do, send us things. I'm sure they'll accept stuff as well, or at least they'll take the suggestions. But anyway, Abigail. All right, I'll throw it, but then I can't play fetch anymore after this. Okay, go get it. Good girl. All right. Anyway, let's read some Homestuck. Well, what immediately catches my attention is this enormous book. Wonder how it squares with your size restrictions. Um, Let me pull this up. Abigail. Oh, you are very much right now. All right, Homestuck 2 chart, edit. There we go. It's a visual novel that's voice acted. Why don't orcs worship chaos? Because chaos gods are weak sauce in comparison to Gork and Mork. They've got their own gods of war. Corn isn't the only one in existence. Abby, I'm trying to stream. I gotta work right now. I love you too. I wonder how this squares in your size restrictions. What book? My Unabridged Sassacres. It's a very rare edition and it's a precious family heirloom. I don't know if it would make an ideal candidate for the journey. So this is directly after she was like, okay, a lot of bullshit's been happening. I'll take whatever. Like, whatever you say, I'm going to roll with rather than just ignoring your shit. I am at page 4,335. Do I have that thing up? I did have a... Oh. What the fuck? Homestuck. Page number. Okay, it's a little off. Nope. Abigail, Morgan, LaFay, Mullen. I can't play with you right now. I'm sorry. Explain the Warhammer 40k gods on the chart. I should... Okay, let me read one page and then I will... Hush. Flop. Well, she doesn't like lap time. See, that's what's crazy, is she's super, super needy, but she doesn't like lap time. She doesn't like sitting in a lap. Jane is asking TG to purify something so that way she wants to, because TG wants to prove herself. Yeah, rather than just believing on blind faith, she wants to have a thing. I will talk about as many of the Chaos Gods as I can, but let me finish this page so that way we have some reading, because we've been reading for 7 minutes and I've gotten 3 words in. Anyway, Unabridged Sassacres is a very rare edition, precious family heirloom. I don't know if it would make an ideal candidate. No, you're kidding. That size is perfect. It should be just the right size. Look at all those people that have exactly the same amount. That's kind of, it's weird. Should be a right size for, like, big, but just Barkley, not too big. But what if it gets damaged? It'll be set on fire. Oh, silly me. What was I even worried about? I mean, it'll sent fine. Wonderful. That wasn't even a Freudian slip. Dr. Freud was just tripping over an errant phallus, tumbled down a flight of stairs, and broke his neck. Then his cigar exploded into comically in his face. Ruffle. Jane, you're so funny. Still lolling at that word boner I made. Oh my god. That was spectacular. But for reals, I won't set your fucking joke book on fire, Jane. It doesn't even do that, even if it were the worst kinds of wrong. Couldn't we just send Wise Guy instead? Or at least it can be easily replicated. Jane? Fuck Wise Guy. It's would be so lame as a guinea pig book. Goddamn. Who am I kidding? I don't even know how to spell guinea pig while sober. Could be sober as Jesus Christ. Look at it. Guinea. I don't know. It kind of intrinsically looks fucked, typographically speaking. Kind of does. So fuck that word and fuck those particular pigs. No, I reject your proposal that we fuck Wise Guy, whatever that actually means, and for that matter, the spelling of any adorable rodents named after African nations. Jane, you're being a tight ass again. I don't think so. We talked about this. About what? About you benign tight ass. I'm not being a tight ass. Janie, it seems to me that there is a maths percentage chance that you are being a tight ass. You're being a tight ass on me, Jane. God damn it. Take the book. What do I care? Thank you for the combination cum and what in tarnation chat. Yeah, that's a thing you can do now. You can make all of chat say what in tarnation. This is not necessary. Thank you guys for avoiding spoilers. Please don't put spoilers in chat. I just looked over because chat started moving real fast, and I'm like, did I get raided or something? And it's just like, nah, it's what in tarnation. God damn it, take the book. What do I care? Yes, that's a spirit. Now you're believing in petrol. With petrol. I fail to see what offering up a priceless book for your wildly capricious science experiment has to do with my resolution to be less stingy with my beliefs, but alright. Will you relax about the book? There's only a teensy, just teensy, because there's practically a 100% chance that it won't work like always. Work like always. So ready? Yeah, get on with. I mean, I don't see why she's not just doing any other book or any other object. It doesn't matter. It's absolutely going to break this book. Like, this book is going to turn to mush or something. So, cool. It works. The book is gone. Oh, no. Oh, shit. What is it? Oh, shit. Did you receive the book? Shit. Don't tell me the book is damaged somehow. Frick. Is it at least somewhat intact or completely incinerated in transit? I just knew we should use Wise Guy. I can't believe this. Why did we use this important book rather than random garbage? Don't worry. The book itself is Taupe's fine. Anyway, what's the problem? I'm so stupid. So stupid. So stupid. Stupid. So stupid. Will you tell me what happened? I'm gonna bill. What the fuck is happened? Be back later. What are you talking? We'll talk about important stuff later. P.S. Jane, thank you for believing in me. Oh shit. On the last thing, Jane, do not run the file I sent you before I get back. I need to just don't without me, okay? Crying face. Okay, now do we want to keep the stonks rolling high, or do you guys want to actually know Warhammer crap? Because I could talk about Warhammer stuff for like a whole fucking stream, but yeah. Split Gear, thank you for the 2 months of support. Chart stonks, put them on the okay. All right. Here's a chart for you. See, I don't know anything about Eldar gods, so I'm not going to tell you about that. But you got 4 chaos gods. You got Khorne, all right, and he's the god of Khorne. He's the god of war and blood. Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. That guy. So like war. Okay. And then you got Nurgle, Papa Nurgle. And he is like life, technically speaking, but it's mostly represented in like not good life, like disease, rampant disease. Thank you for the 7 months of support. Stop my face and call me grandma. Nurgle from Billy and Mandy, probably the same root. So yeah, bacteria, plague, cancers. He has poxwalkers, which are just the way that GW has gotten away with not calling them zombies, but they're zombies. They all have numbers attached to them, and the only one I remember is Nurgle, and his number is 7. So a lot of his abilities, a lot of his things are 7. I think Khorne is 5. Then you got Tzeentch. And he's the god of change, and he mostly just fucks around. Like, his thing is mostly creating plots, but he's the god of creating plots. So the only person who can actually create plots on the same level as him is him. So he creates plots for himself that defeats himself in order to be able to do something else later. It's really stupid. How do you pronounce that? Tzeentch. So, like, change? His main thing is, like, he can turn you into a fucking weird-ass goblin. He's doing some galaxy brain plays. There's a really good book called Pawns of Chaos. It's kind of more grimdark than a lot of people would probably like, but it's good. It's an older one. I think you can find it still, but it's good. I like that one. And then the last one is Slaanesh. Slaanesh happened when the most famous story of Slaanesh that I know of is one where someone got super into playing the organ, and they kept playing organ, and they got like the best sound. They just became obsessed with coming up with the coolest sound. And so they then got everyone in the chapter, everyone on this thing, to show up. And they're like, check out this badass song I made. And then at the end, everyone was either dead, having sex, or was a demon. So, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Okay. Have I Bilbo'd yet? No, not yet. Rad dude. I think they're canonically a hermaphrodite. Slaanesh appeared when the elves in Warhammer got so far up their ass that they got so like hoity-toity that they were like, oh, we're so cool, we're so perfect, look at how perfect we are. And then turns out that created a new god, and basically the Eldar, the space elves, have been trying to do everything in their power to not piss off Slaanesh anymore. Slaanesh has also been going around and killing the elves forever. Elves are always like that. Yeah, elves are exactly like that in Warhammer as well. Then you got Gork and Mork. One of them is cunning but brutal, and the other one is brutal but cunning. No one's really clear on which one's which, and it really doesn't matter. But what's important is that if you're an orc, you believe in them, and you use that belief in order to go kick the shit out of things. In addition to this whole Slaanesh thing, there's also all of the gods that got destroyed when Slaanesh showed up, and I forgot who they are. I know Kane's one, but I don't know anything about him. I also know the Harlequins are a thing, and they basically showed up to do... their whole thing has been... they're space elves that are clowns, and they show up to... What about Malal? What do you mean Malal? Malal isn't a real god, and Malal's not a thing anymore. The Harlequins showed up, and they were like, we're gonna write a play about how fucking stupid you are that you let this happen, space elves. And they show up. They're literally like, yeah, they're like juggalos, more or less, except for they put on plays. And they just show up and they do a little song and dance about remember that time you fucked up, and then they leave. And that's mainly what they do. No one's the good guys in this, because they're still assholes. They show up literally to kill people sometimes, and also to tell them how much of an idiot they are, and then they leave. That's what the Harlequins do. That's... Oh, and then there's the god king of mankind, and he's just... He wasn't a god, but then everyone started worshiping him, and now he is, because everyone worshipped him. Who's the most asshole? God, all of them do fucked up shit. Like, the orcs just go around murdering. That's... They literally will become obese and die if they can't murder. Like, it's as crucial to them as eating to murder things on the regular. So if they're not fighting things, then they'll go crazy. Chaos worshippers worship any of these guys, and they're all bad news for different reasons. let's see. Gene Stealers, Gene Stealers come from some pretty not so cool stuff happening, and then Tyranids eat everything, so that's bad. You'd think the Space Marines are good guys, but like they're literally space fascists, and the Chaos guys are space fascists, but they believe in one of these guys instead of the God King. So no one in this universe is a good guy. Everyone is bad. So, yeah. Long story short, everyone's an asshole. Anyway, back to Homestuck. What about the Zerg? Tyranids? The Tyranids are, yeah, they're just a scouting party for the rest of it. The Gene Stealers are what happened when a single, like, Tyranid lands on a planet and then breeds with a human and creates like a cult of like human Tyranid offspring. Orcs aren't evil. They just were made to murder. They were literally made from the ground up as a thing that makes to murder people. Is the Omnissiah the same emperor? Yeah, they just call him something different. But yeah, same guy. Just different name. I also knew a guy with a tattoo that looked like a Nazi cross. What's up with that? Is it, is it this? That's the Star of Chaos. It's just, you worship Chaos Undivided, probably. Orcs are predators then? No. Orcs are like what happens if instead of being super into football, a bunch of frat kids were super into murder. And they're all fucking stupid. They used to, in old canon, drink, but, yeah. That's just frat guys. I mean, I guess. So the orcs are just having a good time. Just them having a good time happens to be murdering everyone else. They're really in it just for a good fight. Like, if they get a good fight, then they're content. I think the universe would be a lot happier if only orcs exist, because everyone would be having a good time even if they were dying. Aren't orcs just football hooligans? Basically, yeah. Yeah, it's just a bunch of lads going and having a good time. They're dumb as shit, but they're having a great time doing it. They don't understand stuff like space being a vacuum. So they just sort of open the window to their ships so that way they can shoot out and do drive-bys. Like, they don't understand how that would be a problem. And because they're so psychically powered, it doesn't matter. Do the orc children fight too? Orcs aren't really ever children or adults. They just grow bigger. The longer an orc lives, the bigger it gets. And when they die, they explode into spores because they're fungus, and then that repopulates everything. They're sort of like starfish, that killing them can actually be a problem. Orcs are so stupid that but they're also magically gifted, they just don't know it. And so anything they believe does work. So they don't know how their guns work. No one in the universe understands how their guns work because they don't. Can I give class aspects to the gods? Korn and Gork and Mork are both something or other of rage. Tzeentch would be like Seer of Light, probably. Or what is Vriska again? Whatever she is. And then Nurgle, I don't know. Thief of Light, yeah. Maybe Seer of Light, then? Because it's all about chance and probability with Tzeentch. But he controls it. Nurgle, I don't know. I don't know the class aspects well enough for that. Like, why is painting their ships red make them go faster? Because orcs genuinely and actually believe that painting something red makes it go faster. And painting something yellow makes it explode better. and painting something blue makes it lucky, and painting it black makes it hit harder. And if you paint it purple, this is fan canon, it makes it invisible and no one can see it. Orcs are really fun to play as well. How do you know it's purple then? Because they're invisible. What if you painted the gay flag? I think it would get a lot of powers like that. Zinch is more of a witch. Okay, fair enough. Arguable. Is this what Homestuck sounds like to normal people? Yes. Have I ever seen a... Yeah, exactly. Literally look up on the internet, see if you can find a picture of a purple orc. You won't find one. They don't exist. You can't see them. Orcs are expensive, but it's fun. They're a fun race to play because it's just kind of a clusterfuck. One of my prime strategies in my competitive army is a stratagem called Flying Edbutt, which is, it's an orc that is flying a plane, gets jealous that everyone else is in combat, and crashes his plane into the ground in order to try and kill people. So that way he can get into melee combat. It doesn't work, he dies, but it's hilarious, and it's really effective. And I do it almost every single game. It catches my opponents off guard because they're like, what's happening? More Toasty, thank you for the bits. I have no idea how many that is. And then you donated some more a little bit ago. Thank you. Anyway, I should read now. I feel like I should have a separate stream just for talking about Warhammer crap because, yeah. I do want to do a stream with someone at some point. Either, I mean, I spoke to Fred Knudsen about doing like a Warhammer tutorial game, like 1,000 points or so. And because a normal game's like 2,000, but 1,000 would be probably... Did I say Frank? I mean Fred. Sorry. And I think that would be good. But anyway, Homestuck needs to happen or else people will be upset. But that was my 40k like rant for now. I fucking love 40k. It's, especially when you get into the orc stuff, it's so fucking stupid. But yeah, a Warhammer stream I think would be fine. What do these do? They give me money. Thank you. Frank Dudson. His evil twin. He's got a little mustache. I actually don't know what Fred looks like. He might have a mustache, in which case he might be the evil one. We don't know. Anyway, we'll do another one where we talk about Warhammer stuff. That could be a legitimate stream. I do want to make a, like, now I know about Warhammer, and now I know about Homestuck and JoJo videos, but we'll get around to that eventually. Fred looks like Twink Leon S. Kennedy. Okay, thank you for making me read that. The goatee is evil, not the mustache. I see. Anyway. You wonder what her deal was. It's always something with her. You notice her game file beckoning you to play, but she warned you not to until she gets back. Phooey. Oh, hey, I noticed that your slightly abridged edition of Sassacres is over there on the floor. You guess you could have sent the much less valuable copy and saved a lot of arguing. But what's done is done. The more reading material sprinkled about, too. You clearly got some time to kill before your BFFC gets back from her emergency, and you might as well do some casual reading. Herman, are you tearing something up? Please stop. This boy. He woke me up at 5 this morning.
He's sitting in the box.
Okay. Okay, that's fine then. He woke me up at 5 this morning. He tried to pull the mirror off the wall. Then he started running around the apartment, and then he just sort of screamed. And then he threw some stuff around, and when I finally got up to stop him, he was like, "Is it time for treats?" And I'm like, "Bruh, you don't get treats for waking me the fuck up." I feel like a lot of my sleep problems, I figured out where my issue is with me having insomnia. Cats. There's nothing casual about hoisting the unabridged Sasakura upon your lap, so you forget about that. There's always Game Girl, but the articles in that are all a bit vapid, and in your view, it's somewhat demeaning to female gamers and women in general. You and Rolla are convinced the whole thing is just written by some audacious douchebag who writes Game Bro, but which is exactly the same, and it makes it good for the LULs, her words. Speaking of bros, the games you play. Read Pony Pals. Hell fucking... it all comes back to horses. Can Acorn save the animals? Hold on. Just realize that is a constant truth of this universe. Arial black, smaller font. That font was pretty rad, but it was a little too rad for that statement. Do you think bronies like Homestuck? I think there's definitely crossover. I think there's crossover with all this. I mean, like, Rose going grimdark is definitely a reference to the grim darkness of the 41st millennia. But, you know. You need horse font for that statement? Okay, hold on. Thank you for the Homestuck bits. Fun fact, this book and Dick Strider edit exist in real life. What? I assume his name is Dick Strider. Also, I think Captain Howdy is sufficiently cowboy. It's also the same font they use on Ouija boards. So, it's also a little bit spooky. That's pretty good. And I feel like I should draw a little horsey now. Sorry, I should be reading. I promised we'd do some stonks today. But, hold up. I'm going to draw a horse. Alright, hold up. And it's doing this little, okay. Well, it's not much of a horse now, but it's going to be doing that thing that horses do, and they're like horses do. It's majestic. Oh my god, it's so majestic. Look at this majestic ass horse. I have an art degree. Anyway. No, give it a dick. No, it doesn't need one. You've read this a million times. I was trying to draw something like this, but I didn't want to try. Someone made a full canon fanfiction of this book, and someone made a stop-motion animation, fully voice-acted version of the book. You should check it out once you find out what Dick Strider's name is. I'm going to continue. You censored it, so I can only read D*** as Dick. So, thank you for the Homestuck bits. You've read this a million times already. It's one of your favorite gifts. Another gander couldn't hurt. Amazing chapter titles. Potentially the TOC for the greatest book ever written. But Bentcourt shat out this nightmare instead. A visitor. Screaming ponies. Motherfuck. Danger. Flames. Missing. The fight. Blood in the snow. Holy shit. Homeless. 3 ideas. Acorn Shadow. A pony broods. 11. Final freakout. Appendix. Official body count. What? I see that he is, he's gone out of his way to make this book shit. I'm gonna hate that this is actually important. Tragic pony noose. Almost a good name for you, not sure why. Anna Harley. Dumb name, sounds like the product of a speech impediment by an imbecile. Came out of her back door and ran across the backyard. There were 2 ponies in the paddock behind Anna's house and yard. Hey, ponies, Anna called out. We're going for a trail ride, as she prepared to noose them out of tree. Thank you for the Homestuck bits. Slap my face and call me grandma. Fun fact, Dick Strider is the best character of all Homestuck. Okay. It's actually really important to Homestuck too. Wow, I hate that. Yeah, Homestuck continues to have random ableist shit in it. It's kind of a thing about it. Anna's pony, Acorn, was standing in the pony shed. The other pony, little Sebastian, belonged to Anna's next door neighbor and pony pal, the city of Pawnee, Indiana. Little Seb came over to Anna, but Acorn stayed in the shed. Anna thought that Acorn was trying to hide from her. He likes to play I'm scared shitless of my master. I like his improved version. This is absolutely something I would have done. Anna went to the shed. Acorn wasn't fucking around. He was staring at a black fluffy cat with white paws taking a dump on his favorite saddle. The cat was staring back at Acorn, shitting like tomorrow wasn't a thing. Hey, kitty, said Anna. What are you doing here? She asked. The act of defecation oddly foreign to the girl, Pawnee. Came into the shed behind Anna. Whose cat is that? The rural township inquired. I don't know, answered Anna. It's not a pony, so who seriously gives a fuck? God, Homestuck does hit me right in the right. It hits me right where it needs to sometimes. Man, screw handwriting these. This is easier. Yeah, I feel like that's Hussey writing that, not Dick. I think I know that his name is Dirk by this point, but that being said. Someone did the entirety. So is this a real book that exists? Like, is this a real book that I could go and find with, like, money? Like, did Scholastic actually print Pony Pals? If I look that up, will I find spoilers? Does Homestuck cause cock and ball torture? Much the same that I feel like there's probably a crossover between people who enjoy My Little Pony and Homestuck and Warhammer. I feel like there's also probably a crossover between all of those communities and their enjoyment for cock and ball torture. I feel like Homestuck people are already used to getting pain instead of pleasure when they want it. And have decided that that's what they like. I feel like I don't need to explain the My Little Pony thing. And Warhammer, some people like Slaanesh. So, there you go. If you look up Pony Pals, there's no Homestuck. Okay. How does this happen always when I'm streaming? Hey. Okay, cool. Amber Alert. I need to turn that off. Or at least not have my phone on me, I guess. Slaanesh porn exists. Oh, you bet it does. If you make a god of sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and you draw our demons with, like, boobles, I'm a little afraid to show you what the different demons look like. They all basically look like what you'd think. Look up Slaanesh, 2 A's in Slaanesh, and you'll see what I mean. They also canonically have it, like, yeah, they have about 8 sets of tits. That's true. Fun fact, thank you for the Homestuck bits. Slap my face and call me grandma. The fans of cock and ball torture and Homestuck, there is an image of Vriska shoving rock candy stick down Tavros' dick. Casually reading this, I haven't found any such images, so why do you know of that? I know you just gave me like $4, but Why'd I read it? Because he gave me $4.13. Hey, anyway. I don't know, answered Anna. It's not a pony, so who seriously gives a fuck? Suddenly, a mouse ran from behind the feed bin. The contrived incident caused some extra shit to happen. Acorn was like, aw, hell no. Not the fuck in my paddock, bitch. Acorn nickered as if to say, vile slurs admitted. The cat leaped back up onto the straw and curled himself into a ball. Acorn took a few steps towards the cat and then crushed it to death with his magnificent hooves. It says good work is the what it actually says, but Acorn nickered sounds sounds like another word. Would I jump off a bridge for $4.13? I mean, you know. Are you offering? Can we watch Kill the Lights or Lullaby for the Gods at the end of stream? Possibly. How tall's the bridge? What's at the bottom of the bridge? 2 feet up into a foam pit. Hell yeah. Donation incentive. If we raise $4.13, I'll jump off a bridge into a pile of foam. Fumus. That's so cute, murmured the fictional Western burro. Pam Crandall rode another goddamn pony up to the shed. She said hi to her pony pals, and the whole crew beamed complacently about their bullshit horse club. Anna pointed at the cat. Acorn has some new kind of meat he appears to tolerate, she exploded. Later, about halfway through the book, rather than see this gag through to the bitter end, Strider began passing over entire pages of the original text with his pasting over completely over with rewritten version of his story, while keeping the chapter's titles. His revision is a tough, emotionally draining read, but it's cathartic in the worst ways possible. He tends to get carried away with his projects. I feel like the Strider family is just... I mean, like, this one just legitimately seems like... I think this is just hussy. Isn't it? Would you be interested in one of the videos, the full fan fiction edit of this book? You could read more of it. I mean, I'm good. Maybe as a donation thing. I do that as a donation thing. How many pages is... Okay. What the fuck was this called? Pony Pals? Pony Pals... What the fuck convention? Detective how is a fucking pony a detective? I'm not reading 44 books of it. How many pages is it? Successfully rescuing the animals at the fire of a Crandall Animal Clinic, the Pony Pals become alarmed when they discover that Anna's kitten is missing, and they turn to help of the pony named Acorn Original. What? $79 pages. Okay, that could be a donation incentive. Yeah, it's a tiny book. That is like nothing. Thank you for the 360 bits there. Gay unicorn bits, I guess, the college student. What god, goddess of the warp is right for you? Find out at colinmullen.com. check the review. Oh, I already closed it. It's on AO3. Does AO3 have things that I never was much into fan fiction. The fan fiction version is like twice as long. Please look at the book prices. Okay. Pony Pals. Do not go to AO3. Alright. Detective. What is that? Oh, ponytail. How much is it? It's like $12. Why are you guys freaking out? This one's $5. It's obviously not as important to the canon. This one's $1. Love the price, love the book. Perfect for my Dirk oh, spoilers. But I already knew that. I'll be real with you guys. I already knew that one. These seem like they could be spoilers. It's just Homestucks. It's all just Homestucks. I bought this book for my son's 13th birthday. Now he has a strange obsession with horses. He stands alone in his room all day. All he draws now is horses on his art pad, on his school books. When we took all of his paper away, on his skin, we took away his pins. He became enraged and began screaming about aliens and quadrants, ranting about different suits and a pack of cards before going totally silent. Now all he will say is, "Bring me a horse and I'm yours forever." I'm worried for my poor Andrew. I hope he recovers soon. With the potential demonic possession of my son aside, the book is a wonderful read, with engaging and colorful and reassuringly white characters. A thrilling story accessible for ages 3 and upwards, and so because of this, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. Wonderful. Who wrote that? Sean, you did good. Reassuringly white. Do you think, I mean, honestly, look at the fucking cover of this thing. You think, like, look at all of them. Let's click at any of these. Do you think like just get ponies on parade? It's all white kids. Okay, no wait, hold on. There's this one. Okay, never mind. I can understand why they would say that though. Buy the turtleneck what do you mean the turtleneck version? How is there a turtle? What do you mean? Oh, turtle. What the fuck? What is a turtleback? Is that like hardbound? How is it $1,000? Buying used for $26, buying new for $974. What? Homestuck has you guys with problems. Is it like that for the other ones? $93. No one's buying fucking Pony Pals, no ponies in the house for $90 fucking dollars. This isn't even a Homestuck meme. This is just a shit book that someone pushed out. Are they all written by the same person, or are they just like ghost written by someone and they're just like, I don't know, just write a fucking story about a pony, whatever. All right, I'm gonna write that down. Donation ideas. Pony Pals read Detective Pony. I'll buy a paperback version of this for charity. This is the darkest timeline. Yes. If you get a P.O. box, someone can send it to you. I think it's... I think you'd actually enjoy the fanfic version and not the actual book. I don't have a P.O. box right now, just because, I don't know. People don't ask to send me stuff often enough to justify paying $50 a month. Let's raise money so you can buy. No, I'd rather $1,000. I will spend $20 on some stupid bullshit. I'm not gonna spend $1,000 on some stupid bullshit. I would rather throw $1,000, well, like $980 on like charity and $20 on a fucking book. Anyway, let me read pages. Turtleback is hardcover meant for libraries. Let that sink in. The hardback Sweet Bro Hella Jeff book is only $50 and comes with a secret spoon. How is it secret if you know of it? Anyway, you try to distract yourself with some of Strider's literature, but it's no use. Your curiosity is overwhelming. Lalonde could be gone for hours, for all you know. Surely there couldn't be any harm in installing a file, could there? No, don't do it. Do you want me to link the... Okay, I'll read the fanfic version or something for that. Librarians murder thousands of turtles every day. I don't... What? Did his mic cut out? No. No, it didn't. No, it did not at all. It doesn't even seem to install anything. It just runs a small application when you execute it. Looks like you... Once you're one keypad away from playing. Do you dare? You were telling you to watch it, not read it. Don't. Psst. Hey, Jane. Step away from your computer. Computer. Pooter. Kitty face. What? Oh. Sweet catch. God, you wish stuff would stop exploding. Answer D-stir. Why is he about horses? Like, Hussy, just... Like, the fuck is that? If you're into horses, just be about horses, man. Live your best life. If you want to be a fucking horse, be a horse. If that's what you're about... Oh, hey, it's Dick. He is. I genuinely hope that they at some point just... I mean, like, listen... He's into it ironically. He's an e-boy now. I know he's an e-boy, but like, is he being a horse at the same time? Would I rather be a hippo, an elephant, or a rhino? Hippos are responsible for more deaths than any other animal. I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere on the internet in a dream. I should warn you. About what? Yet another exploding game trap? Well, shit. She already sent it? Yes. But to be fair, she warned me not to run it. That's weird. Why? She probably just trying to protect me from Batterwitch's latest assassination attempt. Can't believe you finally got me to say Batterwitch, too. Who would have thought? Mosquitoes are the deadliest animal? That makes more sense. Mosquitoes are fucking everywhere. I've never seen a hippo in my life. No, wait. I have. I've never been within, like, hippoing range. I've never been in threat of a hippo. Hippos were, much like quicksand and fool's golds, have been considerably less of my life than I expected as an adult. Like, as a child, I expected I'd have to deal with that shit all of the time. And it turns out, I've never seen quicksand, or hippos, or fool's gold in any situation where I actually needed to. I haven't figured out what the deal with the Batterwitch is yet, no. What's the difference between an e-girl and a visco girl? I don't know what a visco girl is, and I'm pretty sure I don't want to know. No, it's weird because Lalonde was the one who rigged it to explode. It's a bogus copy. She coded herself. The real game file downloaded is totally legit. What, really? Yeah, it's right here. Myself. I got it right here myself. Check it out. File is fucking clean as a whistle. Whistle that overcame a major substance abuse problem, trying to get his back on life. The whistle is holding down a steady job now, taking things one day at a time, eating dinner off of that whistle. Okay, I'll shut up. Why would she do that? To accomplish exactly what it sounds like she accomplished. You narrowly averting the fake threat to your life, then getting your shit all hot and bothered over the Baroness over it, and then abdicating your heiress throne or something, and give up on this game as a big fuck you to the genocidal cake alien. But if she felt so strongly that I shouldn't play it, she could have just told me. Or told me more forcefully, I guess. I would have listened, maybe. People who understand how to code. Is it possible to make a computer explode? Like, can I send someone an email attachment that's like, hey, check out this sexy picture of me. And when you run it, instead of a sexy picture of me, it just overheats your computer and it explodes? Like, does your computer just, like, short out before it has a chance to explode? Your PC with thermal throttle. So you could probably just melt a computer, but you can't, like, kill someone with it. You can't, like, overheat the monitor so the glass explodes. Not that there's really glass in monitors anything. It's kind of what I figured. Halt, catch, fire, error. I take it that that's all it does, is it just makes it overheat the thing. Your non-tech is showing. Listen, I've never bothered to check into it. But wouldn't it just be like running, like, I don't know, fucking 800 windows of modded Minecraft on, like, an Apple IIe or something? Like, at some point, your computer just can't handle it and it just bricks. Like, you could probably do that. But I don't think you can actually, like, kill it, right? You can't actually hurt someone with it. Halt and catch fire, computing. Wikipedia. Design flaw discovered by programmers due to opcode decoding to illegal opcodes will cause a computer to counter on processor to incrementally endlessly, which locks the processor until reset. These codes have been officially named HCF'd. During the design process of the engineers decided originally planned to remove this instruction, but kept it as is for testing purposes. HCF was officially recognized as a real instruction. Later, it became a humorous catch-all for instructions that may freeze a processor, including intentional instructions for test purposes, unintentional illegal instructions, some hardware defects, and if the system is shared, a malicious user can execute it to launch a denial of service attack. So this is just generally speaking, you can brick a computer by doing this. By just, what is this, like turning on and off the processor real fast or something? I don't quite understand what they're saying here. Anyway. And at that point, your processor doesn't do anything, and so your computer's just fucked. Brick means it never turns on. If you set it on fire, then it's on fire. I mean, I guess. I don't think I'll brick my computer for charity. No, I think I'm good. It's a soft lock for PCs. There's a way you could do it with assembly code to brick a computer. Theoretically, you could overcharge your PSU and explode the capacitors. Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, like, I had that happen on my last processor. It just bricked eventually, and now it's a fan. I'm actually holding it in my hands right now. It's just suspiciously close to my computer right now. Here it is. Like, I turned it into a fan. Oh, it doesn't work anymore. It used to be just this, like, vent for when I was soldering. And now it does nothing because it doesn't work anymore. But anyway, it's got a little clicky switch. Battery's probably dead. I honestly just rigged the fan to oh, it looks like the cable got busted. But anyway, it's just kind of like I soldered a battery to the fan and then put the switch in between there and then bam, clicky. Make a fan. So anyway, there's that. What is that 4454? That's the page we're on. Speaking of which, let's get back to reading. It's a bogus copy she coded herself. The real game file she downloaded is totally legit. Yeah, why would she do that? To accomplish what it sounds like she did, she felt so strongly that I shouldn't play that she could have told me to. Or more forcefully, I guess, I would have listened. Remember the cup holder for your PC? Yeah, I love that. She was working through some problems right now. Really doesn't want us to play that game. I guess the insane stunt that she whipped up was kind of to derail the inevitable. Kind of reckless for my taste. One of the above statements is a fucking lie. Are you gutsy enough, gumshoe, to spot it? Well, she justified in taking the extreme measure, but she... Maybe... Okay. So this seemed like a psychotic thing to do. Like... Blowing up a computer to stop someone from using a file. Maybe just don't send them the file? Maybe just do that instead. She's really drunk. Okay, yeah, okay. Still seems like a weird thing to do. She even warned me not to play it until she got back, but I went ahead and, because I was too impatient. Actually, now that I think about it, she's actually going to disarm it or such when she got back, seeing as her objective had essentially become or been accomplished already by actual assassination attempt. After that, I told her I would believe her about everything, and it probably made me feel guilty about setting me up, so she told me not to touch the file until she returned. That seems about right. Oh, I see. But then I went ahead and ran it anyway because I'm a doofus, and I think she just wanted to be believed. Shucks, am I an awful friend? Slap my face and call me grandma. Thank you for the Homestuck bits. Do you think any of the Homestuck kids are mentally sound? Yeah, it's a solid point. I was gonna argue with you, but no, I can't think of one. Don't say John. John is dumb. John is a good kid, but he's a dumbass. And he's way too, like, I don't know. John just likes movies. John believes everything he's told. That is not good. He was not given any brain cells. That's one of his main problems. Well, before you consider taking a massive sad crap over your friendship credentials, consider this. She only managed to blow up your computer with a nasty Deathloop virus and somehow make you feel like you're the one who's shitty to feel shitty about it. You're right. Or maybe you're the one who's uniquely fills the predicate in that construction. I don't goddamn know. Your friendship with her is a half-drunken three-legged relay race, and the baton is a stick of dynamite. You two really are the ones on track. Me and my English are watching Me and English are watching from under the bleachers, high-fiving constantly. Y'all are. Thank you for the 5 bits. Slap my face and call me grandma. You're forgetting that John had Gamzee beaming clown nightmares to all of his childhood, leading him to scribble down clowns and shit all over the walls. That wasn't his fault. But yes. Anyway, where were we? I guess it's a pretty apt metaphor, even though it doesn't make the slightest bit of sense. Yes, I wanted to start playing games so badly, and now more than ever, the reason I believe the stakes have increased dramatically. They have, and will continue to do so. I think our dream counterparts are marked for death, and if we are to stand a chance, we must move quickly. I agree. I just heard about your assassination attempt on Prospect. Oh, who told you already? Who, RL? No, I read it in the newspaper. Are you being ironic again? No, I just picked up a sleazy Dursite tabloid rags. Sometimes they'll feature pretty entertaining gossip about the royalty or whatever, but they're primarily dedicated to smearing Prospect. The press had a field day with the deaths of the page and the maid. Dursite? You mean the other planets? The evil one? Durs? Yeah, not evil necessarily, just a bit simplistic. That's a bit simplistic. The kingdom represent the forces of opposition to the Prospect and the 4 heroes, us. What did the story say about me? Dead. It's a whole big ass headline. A photo of your dead body lying there, followed by a ton of bullshit slander. It was also reported that your tower exploded. They couldn't find the body to give it a proper funeral, probably incinerated. How did they have a picture of it then? I didn't realize you had woken up in the game already. When did that happen? Dunno, years ago. Don't really recall. I guess I shouldn't act surprised that you didn't tell me. What's with all the highfalutin secrecy? I was never technically asleep there. I was awake without realizing it. Then I realized it. And I sort of learned how to be awake while awake there too. I'm awake there now, albeit pretending to be asleep. Pretending? Why? For one thing, it gets a bit distracting managing 2 alert bodies in different places at the same time. And another thing, it's better to maintain appearances. Everyone on Durst believes their heroes haven't woken yet, though they're both rumored to be very active sleepwalkers, which is half true. She can't seem to sleep still, goes off wandering for days. Sometimes I gotta round her up from the godforsaken cranny of the abyss, dragging her tipsy ass home, tuck her back in. Maybe I'll just chain her leg to the bed if she doesn't wake up soon. Though, in light of recent assassinations, her slumbering attraction to the void probably works in her advantage. No one knows where she is. I'm still not sure what I'm following. Why maintain the appearances of being asleep? On Prospect, it seemed as if the people there were regarding me and Jake very highly, like celebrated figures. Isn't it the same way on Durst? No, it's essentially the same situation here, glorifying us in the same way, almost like they're their purple pajama team mascots, even though they're completely opposed our objective when all is said and done. Kind of ridiculous, really, but even so, I think it's better to lay low and not alert anyone to my alertness. Cool guy shades. That's why I sneak around and gather information, do some reconnaissance before shit starts getting real. In other words, read newspapers, get a feel for the whole word on the street and such. Might be a detective. Yeah, among other things, like keep an eye on agent activity. You mean secret agents? No, more like high-ranking officials. Judging from your knife wound, I'm betting you were the victims of the Archagent himself. You should feel honored, I guess. Who's that? A guy named Noir. Real nasty dude. Crazy ambitious. Loved knives. Buck the Star, thank you for the 9 months of support. 75% of a year? I can do math. Thank you. I'm sorry. I've got this nagging suspicion we're going to have to take him down first. And a feeling that nags equally. It ain't going to be easy. I got my ghost pepper salsa today. Should I take a lick of it for every stupid moment in this reading? You'll die. I guess I should find that all ominous. I feel like a lot of this information is just like, I know that. I think that's a lot of my issue with this part, and I need to get over it because eventually they'll get past this, but like, we're still getting interested in these characters, and so they got to do the stuff before we get into the this is a bit of a drag in this part of the comic. I'm not gonna lie, and I feel like it's such a huge, like, there was just this cliff that happened. It went from like, here we have this massive crescendo to just like that bit you read already, I feel like. And yeah, I don't know. Once we get past this part, once we get back to like when the other kids show up, when they get into when they actually boot Suburb, I think we might be into a good situation. Once something happens that's not them having stupid conversations in Homestuck, I realize I'm asking a lot. If you're waiting for them to play the game, don't. We never see any interesting game stuff after this. I hope you're wrong and not spoiling, but thank you for the 5 bits all the same. Anyway, where were we? I guess I should find all that ominous, but I can't lie, sir. Nothing you've said made me one less iota less excited to begin this adventure. Those dastardly agents can try assassinating me all they like. I just want to get started. It's the most awesome way to be, Jane. And that's why you'll be our leader, sort of, right? Still fixing to pull the strings for us as per your extensive puppet metaphor? It's been teen melodrama for a while. Yeah, but stuff happened. You know? I don't mind the melodrama. Right. Still fixing to pull the strings for us, per extensive puppet metaphors, pulling them as we speak. I'm having a little stab install a real copy of the client on another computer in your house. A clean computer, not any of this BC Corp garbage you tend to accumulate. I'll have to insist that from this point onward you employ neutral devices. That shit fucks with your head. Alright. Alrighty, I think I can make the concession. Once this installs, I'll connect with you. I'll be your server player. I was listening to Ross Scott. He made a new video today. He's the guy who did Freeman's Mind. I just realized I have my phone suspiciously close to these magnets. Should probably move that. Move the magnets away from my phone. There we go. He made a new video about like UI decisions in computers, and about like 99% of it I had no idea what the fuck he was talking about. Like, it was very interesting, but I didn't understand it. Ross Scott, yeah, love to meet the dude. He seems like an interesting fellow. An interesting fellow. How old am I? Jesus Christ. Anyway. This is what you were hoping for. Some improvisation is in order. While you get the ball rolling, I'll try and talk some sense into that mercurial booze hound. It's fine, you're Texan. Rev Boomer. Jane moment. Fella's a good word. Alright. Yeah, it's probably... I'm sorry I slapped my face, but yeah, we got rules, my dude. That is not how you pronounce his... or spell his name. Timeout. Slap. I'm just going to scroll back up and find him. Yeah. Please don't spoil. If it happens again, I'll have to ban. And I really don't like banning people. Maybe add a no spoilers tag. There is a no spoilers tag on this stream. Did I get rid of it? Let me double check that. What did he say? It was apparently spoilers, but luckily I'm so tired I don't really remember. Yeah, English and no spoilers are the only tags for this stream. Yeah, it's been a consistent problem for I don't know why it doesn't say. Some people can see it, some people can't. That's really weird. I see no spoilers tag. I mean, like, English, no spoilers, Homestuck. This is what it sends you, and then this is what the title of the stream is. Like, that's it. That's the thing. It's been there for a while. Where can viewers find the tags? I think it's probably just below the thing. Maybe put it in the tile too, I guess. Alright, anyway, let me read. I need to read, right? I feel like I've said that every stream, yeah. I mean, and I don't know. English, comma, no spoilers, different things. It might have eaten the tags. They might be hidden somewhere. Right next to Team Vinesauce is where the tags are. There you go. It's hidden somewhere. If you want to do spoilers in completely unrelated, especially non-romantic languages, so none of not like Spanish or French or anything like that. If you do it like, I don't know, Japanese or something, I won't be able to. I don't know that. I don't speak Japanese. I could probably guess it in Latin or Spanish. You could bust out some Russian. If you bust out some Russian, I would not know what you're saying. Same with Arabic. Hieroglyphs, go for it. I know ASL, but that's not going to help you. You can't do that over the internet. You could just use letters for that. Spoiler chat in Russian only. Use wingdings for spoilers. Chat is now completely in a different language. Alright, anyway, where were we? Spoiler chat, but only in bird calls. Like the sound of, like, you know, a herring flying over a lake. And that's, like, real fucked up when these characters die, isn't it? Anyway. Someone looking over this stream is going to be like, this guy is 100% like botting. Because chat is no longer English. It's just random languages, Morse code, and bird sounds. Like, they're going to be like, this guy is obviously just using bots. There's no way he actually has this number of people talking. It's... What's going on? Same screen for 20 minutes. All right. Anyway, she comes around and bummer to play without her. She will. Say, do I have any machines that have survived the explosions besides this one? Do you have any machines that don't induate you with fucking Hamburger Helper ads or Guy Fieri heinous propaganda? I guess not. Still, some nice things were it's surely destroyed. I think Detective Pony was caught in the blast. unlikely Acorn survived, fitting into the life of a moral compass. So since I'm apparently out of neutral devices, which computer is Seb currently installing the files on? It's very robophobic of you. What did I do that was robophobic? Your dad's computer downstairs, the one in the study. Gotcha. My poor dad. He surely heard the explosion. I put him through so much today. Oh no. One, I just had the dreadful thought. The kitchen is just below my room. What if he began baking his afternoon cake after my computer exploded? Bots are viewers too. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's true. I'm sorry. But Twitch is robophobic. If you have bots, they're gonna ban your channel. And honestly, that's pretty sad. I wouldn't worry about it. Maybe I should go look. I mean, is he dead? He's probably fine. I mean, there's no blood. He's probably okay. I'm a little afraid to. I think it would take a lot more to kill that dude than a little falling debris. Trust me. Yeah, see, he's fine, guys. He's fine. I hope so. The Crockers have something of a legacy when it comes to losing forebears to mysterious explosions. It would be so sad if I kept the tradition alive like this. Most of what you have to worry about is getting grounded back to the Stone Age. If you enter the session, he'll probably lock you up in a prison cell on Durst. Probably stick a huge safe on the front of the bars for good measure. Now do me a favor and hop off the couch. Okay, what are you doing? Making room for something big. We're just all rolling with the fact that he can do that. Like, the fucking thing, the clock has started. The missiles, the meteors are coming. And no one's doing shit. Half the players aren't even in the game. Actually, yeah, no. One guy is in the game. Everyone else is not. Watch Dick deploy some sort of mammoth instrument on your balcony. It might as well just be... He might as well for Rolla. He probably would have destroyed half your house with that thing in her condition. On the bright side, you're sure RL would have enjoyed a good nicker with you over the notion of DS deploying his mammoth instrument. You wonder where she could be possibly up to. While you're at it, you're wondering what the deal is with this cagey treatment of their names. Dirtster, Rola, DS, RL, Strider, Lalonde. It's all starting to get a bit silly. Each of their full names is 11 characters. You've been dancing around all but 2. Maybe it's about time you formally introduce the last 2 characters. Wow. One of the last 2 stands in her bedroom. This young lady, due to an incident involving a purifier and an unabridged Colonel Sazakura's perfectly white cat, she will not be able to assist her BFFCs for some time. And due to the aggressive occurrence of all that takes place in Paradox Space, this incident has not happened yet. But what has happened yet is this young lady's 13th birthday. It took place almost 3 years ago. On that date, so she's 16. You could just say she's 16. Why do you got a Homestuck about it? His 13th birdie. Yeah, I did it, guys. I can read a word. But what has happened yet... Alright, and on that date, her placronym was engraved. Engraved with 11 letters, to be precise, 9 of which you're already familiar with. You figure out it couldn't hurt to take a peek at that engraving. You have been just dying to get the scoop on those last 2 mysterious characters. You know, get that damn cat out of the way. Remove tail. Ah, thank you. Cat, who's probably just Jasper's. Final 2 chromatic symbols have been released to their fluffy, twitchy prison. Examine room. Roxy it is. There we go. Real name revealed. Why did it take this fucking long? Because fuck you. Because Homestuck. Okay. Your name is Roxy. You goddamn love wizards. You wish and hope they are real, and it is, and so too that they're magics and stuff. And writing fan prose about magical men, and you think that maybe it's not so great. You are, however, quite great at esoteric sciences, such as ectobiology and dark phrenology, delicate art of a purification. You have a tend to accrue dead preserved specimens from your experiments, little to none of which are feline. You aren't one to shy away from a bit of gaming, particularly the sort of well past prime. The sort well past its prime. You have a real soft spot for old school technology. It's fair to say that your leanings are governed by your bent for nostalgia. Your coding credit is totes ridic, basically making you the hottest shit hacksaw bitch you ever knew. As deadly to get grit ass as she is beautiful. Where the what do those asterisks mean? There's no explanation later. Okay, great. You're known to solemnly employ the roguish demeanor towards fellas, a habit not especially jeopardized by your non-frequent inebriation. Which is to say, against better judgment, and one of your age, you like to dip into the sauce now and then, unless your mom is looking, which happens to be virtually never. And considering she has been known by the knowledgeable to be in the possession of vision omnifold, this strikes you as particularly stunning lapse of parental diligence. But you have good friends and many distractions to fill this void in your life. What will you do? Wail like an alley cat and blow bubbles in your drink. Roxy is not empowered to resurrect this crusty old gag template because of all of a sudden, she's too busy being the other guy. We absolutely got to peep the last two letters of this Max Chill dude's name and the double fucking double. It's Dick. His name is Dick. I know this. Two letters that we don't know. It's Dick. Examine placronym. Get the clear out of the way, you stupid pony. What is this? Some sort of miniature paddock? Wake up. Oh, it's Dirk. Well, that's disappointing. I mean, I knew it was Dirk, but I kind of just hoped it was Dick. That'd be really funny. They spelled Dick wrong. It's literally one letter off. I knew that one. Like, I kind of feel like I already know the information that, like, you know, all of these people are the other kids' parental units. Like, who do we know that looks kind of like Rose, that has a severe drinking problem and likes wizards? Like, unless if they're fucking with me. Unless if Hussey, creator of Homestuck, 4,467 pages into this just thing, is fucking with me, then, you know, I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. Thanks to the pony who is presumably a tiny maple hip for some reason. Thank you, Anna LRK, for the Homestuck bits. I didn't think Dirk was his real name when I first read Homestuck for no other reason than I heard the name before. Do you think he would do that? You mean, you think he would fuck with me? Do you think Hussey would actually go out of his way just to make my life fucking miserable? To come up with some random bullshit just to make me think that I knew what was going on? No. I don't think he would do that. Anyway, the final two Duval symbols have been unearthed from their countless crushing ounces of slumbering pony. Examine room. Your name is... What is that? What? Andrew, what the fuck is that? I've seen that video. I've seen that. Oh no. My life is actually kind of miserable, I've just realized. I've seen a lot of things that I'd rather not. Rev, explain. I'm super into Flash stuff, and sometimes when you click on a thing and it says, oh, I don't know, Super Mario Brothers Smash Flash, it's not. It's not. It's actually a video of some weird kink shit. And you just sort of have to wait for it to load, and then you click the play button, and it's that. Sorry for your troubles. This is just... I feel like growing up on the internet in the 2000s, I don't know if it's still the thing. Growing up on the internet in the 2000s, like 1990s, 2000s, was just clicking on a thing, expecting something else, and then seeing a gaping asshole that just seems to continue forever. Yeah. Did I notice Rainbow Dash in the right corner? Yeah. Can I ask a question? Like, is that still a thing? Like, are people still about this? Like, do people still have... Like, do people still run into Goatsy randomly? Or Mr. Hands? Or, Two Girls, One Cup? Don't Google any of this. Meat Spin? Tub Girl? Lemon Party? Don't look up any of that. Legitimately, Blue Waffle, Vinesauce. Don't look up any of these things. Legitimately, you're going to see some really awful shit. In order. Blue Waffle's weird looking vagina. Meat Spin is a guy, like, spinning his dick. Lemon Party is some old dudes jerking it. Goatsy is a guy spreading his ass cheeks real fucking wide. Is there anything else that I'm missing? Tub Girl. It's poop. Two Girls, One Cup. Also poop. I'm telling you these things so you don't look them up. Because people are going to be like, oh, well, Rev said it, so I'm going to look it up to see what that is. Oh, the Pain Olympics. Jesus Christ. Man, I have some trauma. Like, the internet gave me trauma. Why did it do that? Because I know someone, if I go, don't look up what Goatsy is, someone's going to immediately look up what Goatsy is, and they're going to find it, and they're going to be like, ah. Yeah, Two Girls, One Cup is literally made to make you sick. It's awful. Don't look up any of those things. They're worse than you think. You haven't explained Mr. Hands. When a man loves a horse very, very much and then dies. So Andrew Hussey, no, Hussey is still alive. I'm pretty sure he hasn't done what Mr. Hands did. It's chill. Flap my face and call me grandma. Thank you for the bits. Just don't let it happen again. Thank you. What did Mr. Hands do? It's more of what the horse did to Mr. Hands. It's bestiality. I don't want to get into it. Anyway, you dig writing cognitive algorithms for said apocryphal men, and then you think maybe it's fucking dope. But guess what else is dope? Everything else you do. You're sickwad autodictic on ancient civilizations, self-made master of mythologue, and preternatural pop culture academy. If you weren't so goddamn aloof and actually let people get a load, you might actually describe all the kinds of ways. Maybe tag a Renaissance ninja, philosophical prince, flash step puppeteer, or perhaps a pantheologic ironicist, gangsta logician, lucid waker, Durst spy. Screw the descriptors though, as if that shit gives you nil. You're cool with dabbling in the fine sequential arts. Your work could be viewed by some as borderline pornographic, and those Philistines you'll be heard wondering, what the fuck do you mean borderline? Against the better judgment of one your age, you build robots, set them to kill mode, spar with them to the death. What is that is when you're not syndicating them to friends or dueling them with rap lyrics, but you try to cool it the deathmatch stuff with your bro when your bro is looking, which is virtually never, considering he's actually got a reputation staked on some maternal nobility that strikes you as staggeringly oversight in the brotherly vigilance. You don't have the heart to hold him against him, though. What will you do? Jut your ass and twitch like a proboscis. Marshall? Okay. There's no way you're going to give this gag the time of day, even if you were suddenly totally lambasted by a character select screen from out of left field inside your glasses. Once again, you're grabbing by the plush rump. You're in absolute command of your destiny. As long as you don't pick the two characters who are grayed out, which is universally understood UI convention for non-clickability. It turns out they don't click. As long as you don't have any other available choices and finished being drawn, we were passing out free will like cheap cigars. Roxy first? Okay, fine. Fumis. I just like the way that it said Fumis. It's really good. Could probably delete that. I feel like I should make a tier list of the kids and the trolls once I know them well enough. It could be an ever-evolving list. But that would, I feel like, be almost an entire stream in of itself. You are now Roxy. What were you up to again? You were floating somewhere in nonlinear time skew of paradox space. We're hoping to get a handle on the exact chronology of your situation. Perhaps your successive actions will oblige us? Yeah, you really aren't listening. You're just going to do whatever the hell you want. Go grab that sweet gun. You pick up your high-octane laser gun. It's powered by the most deadly sciences you know of. A couple of spectivous allocations in your portfolio on standby. You try and stand as sharp as possible in unarmed combat, because you never know when you'll be ambushed. It's dangerous out there. I always think that monks have the coolest fucking shit, and let me tell you why. You're playing D&D, right? Your DM goes, oh, I'm going to take your weapons, and you're like, you're going to take these fucking weapons? Someone pingaled. I got a pingal. I'm sorry. Thank you, Queen of Waffles. Pingal. Sorry for the delay. Did you just crack your knuckles? Yeah, I did. Take the monk's hands. My monk did that with the oath of pacification. You just don't take those oaths. Unless you want to take all of the oaths. There's some really funny shit you can do if you just have no Like, like if you do all of the oaths at the same time, and you just make it so that way you take like the oath of poverty and all of that shit, and you just basically don't do anything. That's your thing. Anyway, a couple of specifics. Blah, 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 it's dangerous out there. Collect dead mutant samples. One of the biggest ones that has been around as long as you remember, encased in glass-like material, you've considered giving it a name, but you always struck you as a little morbid to name a dead cat. Others were the results of few experimental mishaps before you got the hang of the ectobiology equipment. You keep them around and remind you of the perils of inexact science because they're weird-looking and cute. You've since cloned many healthy felines, and they all live in the laboratory out back. Your pet cat doesn't really get along with the other cats. You don't really want to upset him. Capsulog 1. Oath of reading Homestuck for charity. Yeah, that would mean I wouldn't like do anything other than read Homestuck. And I don't think I can take that oath. I'm doing my best. At that point, aren't you a guy who stands off to the side and does something completely kick-ass off camera? I mean, if you take all of the oaths, you kick ass, you just can't do anything. It's really bizarre. Look up the oaths and try and imagine what a character who takes all of them is like. I don't think they eat very often. But you could get real crazy with it. It's a bit silly and kind of dumb. Theoretically, you're a badass if you were allowed to do anything ever. You took it into the biggest one into your message in a bottle modus. These little guys are quite handy for busting through windows whenever you really need to christen a new fenestrated plane. Oath of Fumus. Oath of cock and ball torture. See, people want me to say CBT, but I'm going to read it as cock and ball torture. And make it, yeah, just awful for everyone. You take the first 6 books of your mom's best-selling series, Complacency of the Learned. She makes an impossible fortune off these books, considering how dark and inaccessibly written they are for young readers. More money than the U.S. financial system could even account for is legitimately circulating through the economy. Many suspect real-life witchcrafts were involved, which is why some believe discouraged criminal investigations investigations in the matter. The feds were afraid, and the Baroness nervous. God, you hope it's all true. I learned something really fucked up recently. You know all those self-help books? There's this thing, and this is legal and a thing that happens. I'm going to bring it up. Not that. All right, so you write a book. Let's say like I wrote a book and it's like, I don't know, how to live your best life. How live good. Well, I want to write a cool book where like I did something, right? Like I want to write a book. Book writing is hard though. Like book writing is very hard. If I have to write how live good, like man, that would take a lot of work and effort, and I'd have to like do research into scientific studies and shit like that. Nah, I'm not about that life. So instead, there's like books that are pretty much already written, right? They're already written by someone else, right? Let's call this person John, right? John writes a book, right? And he puts it out there, and anyone can basically take literally word for word the whole thing. It's not even ghostwriting. You buy basically most of the writing in How to Live Good, and then you add in like, I don't know, and then, I don't know, John writes How to Live Good, and then instead you add a little bit, and you're like, you add like a chapter. Don't be a bitch. Chapter 11. don't bitch, right? And then you can sell that. This is how self-help books work. Like this isn't illegal. John does this as a profession. John's entire job is actually writing a majority of a self-help book that other people add a little bit to and claim they wrote the whole thing of. That is how the self-help book industry runs to some degree. And a lot of books are like this. Religious books, like not like, you know, the Bible, but like I'm talking about like I'm talking about like, you know, if you're into like, I don't know, spiritualism outside of like, you know, straight up Christianity stuff, like you could have like some like witchy books that are like that. It's not just ghostwriting. It's like beyond that. It's like you buy a template, a half-written book, and you just add a little bit. Like New Age shit is like this. You know, there are some of those like Christian, like how to live the best life with God kind of books. Wouldn't people catch on after a while? No. And in fact, people are writing these books, and so let's say I just want to make money, but I don't want to I just want to make money off of it. So I buy this thing from John, and then I get like most of how to live good. And then I add chapter 11 so I can say it's my own thing, right? And then I put it under a pseudonym. I don't even title it by Rev, right? I put it as like, I don't know, Frank Harddick, right? And then I get like a stock image of a guy, right? And then we put up some bullshit fucking like Frank was orphaned at the age of 2 when his parents died in a car plane accident. And, you know, this is a hard time in his life, but he figured out how to live good. And in his trials and tribulations of traveling the world in his private yacht, he's figured out exactly what it means to live good. He's spoken to authorities in the thing, like monks and priests. This is a legitimate portion of the book writing industry. And so if you're going to read a book, if you're going to buy a book, self-help, how to, any of those, legitimately figure out who the fuck wrote it. It doesn't mean his book will sell well, but these books will be cheap as shit. You sell the book for like $10. That's the fucking scam. It's legitimate though, and people buy these books not knowing. You may own some books that were done in this pattern. That's the whole fucking thing. There's nothing illegal about it because John is okay with it and you're adding to it. This is the agreement you have with John. There's no scam. It's just bullshit because you don't actually tell him anything different. Because here's the deal. Someone else can instead write a separate version of it. And they can go, oh, well, my name is James. And I wrote a book that's very similar to How to Live Good. But you're probably not going to buy both. And they're maybe a little bit different each. So the version written by Frank and the version written by James, both fake people. It's frustrating. Anyway. He's not a head and 2 spindly legs. That's his body. He's wearing a little tie. He'd wear like a turtleneck or some shit, right? He'd wear a turtleneck and a tie like some fucking tool. You're making money off of someone else's thought with minimal effort. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I should probably read. I just dislike the fact that people who are legitimately writing books are getting pushed to the side for people who have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Are you making Bees McBees but an author? I actually put work into making Bees McBees shit. Not a lot of work, but like everything there was original. You're 10 pages away from the next S. Okay, let's read some. Six books of your mom's best-selling Complacency. God, you hope it is all true. Okay, cool. Complacency Learned. Some original edition cover art from one of your books. It features several androgynous young apprentice columnists who throughout the series plays several roles for anti-hero and chief antagonist. He convinces fellow disciples to rebel against Zazarpan's vaunted complacency. Is Zazarpan a name we've heard before? And hunts down the wizard. All 12 are killed, but the pregnant scholar himself forcing the showdown. This is Harry Potter, isn't it? Do you still have the original Bees McBees dishwasher? It's sitting right behind me. Yep. Still live in the same place. The poster depicts a notorious chess match between Calamus and Zazarpan. Zazarpan has a reputation for being unbeatable. Zazarpan was a wizard in Rose's handmade books. It actually isn't. So it's not Homestuck. I mean, it's not Harry Potter. Side note, happy Pride Month. Fuck J.K. Rowling. Anyway, Zazarpan has a reputation for being unbeatable. He had never lost a match, even to the gods, but his apprentice was able to beat him through a wizard duel by first being checkmated, and through some unprecedented enchantment, continuing to play through the death of the king. You love your mom's books and find them heavily inspiring, but you can't help but feel the work is exhaustingly heavy-handed at times. You prefer the writing of light-hearted things and actually crack a joke again. Say hi to Kat. Your cat, Friglish, hops down on the bed to greet you. He immediately situates himself on something important, one of your creative writing journals. You named him after your favorite wizard from the name of the book series. He was just such an endearing, bumbling fellow before he was murdered. Calamus put such an insidious curse on him, which caused him to go insane over several years. He was filling a book with all of his arcane knowledge, which was said to be limitless. The tome grew monumental proportions, and virtually unreadable patchwork of impenetrable erudition. The young wizard caught up with him and he was quaking. Incoherent madman. She put him out of his... Why is it she that? Yeah, no, none of that. Like, honestly, like, one of the things that's pissed me off about Rowling is that she acts like she's, like, progressive about shit, but then doesn't fucking pull any thing. Like, she doesn't throw any of that. She doesn't, like, you can't get the credit for something you didn't fucking do. Retcon is not progressive. Fucking put it in the book. I'm not going to give you credit for having a fucking gay wizard in your book if you don't fucking have him have any sign of being gay in the book. She, he is non-binary. Is this how you refer to non-binary people? I thought it was like Zer or something. It's like Z. I'll be real. This is one of those. They is another one. The Z thing is like, I feel like they is better. Who says Zer? That's something that people tried to pull, but that seems like really awkward. Like, they works. They is already a thing. They is a thing that you can refer to anyone as. It was 2012. So, okay, that's fine. I think they is probably... This is valid as well? Okay. This is one of those, like, I need a learning moment from y'all. Z and other stuff are pronouns people use, but it's less common. Okay. Fair enough. Ego Angel, thank you for the 38 months of support. She, he is... Okay. So I'm just going to keep using they for that, because it seems like this is contentious. And no one seems to be upset about they being used. They is fine. Okay, cool. I'm going to roll with they because I don't think anyone's going to get upset about that. That seems like a solid, like... you know, this is one of those, like, if I fuck up, catch me on that shit, you know? Assume that I just don't know better. And fix it. Tell me, like, hey, the other day on stream you pulled some bullshit. Assume that I didn't mean any harm. And just come at me with, like, hey, the other day you said something, just wanted to let you know. Because I am going to fuck up. Because I don't have that life experience. And me learning is being a better person. So, anyway. Little random ramble, but... And that doesn't just go for, like, gender and sex stuff. It's pretty much anything else that could cause me to be accidentally bigoted for some reason. You think it's a fitting name for him for some reason. The macabre demise of notwithstanding, of course. You politely scoot Friglish off the books. That boy. Technically, the only one of these books is yours, the writing journal. You're pretty secretive about your writing. Sometimes you can even hardly bear to read it. You're highly aware of the formidable writerly shadow cast over you. You can be critical to the point of embarrassment over your work. Just how drunk were you when you wrote this? You will often wonder to yourself. You don't think you'll be peeking at it soon. Maybe later. It's generally up to the person about pronoun stuff. That's generally what I get from the whole discussion is roll with they until you know better. It seems like it is like, I don't know. I have a fucking fan sitting next to me. It is sitting next to me. It's a thing. That seems like a fucked up thing to call a person. Anyway, the other book is a point of embarrassment for completely different reasons. Read other book. It's Jake's private journal. You weren't feeling... One day when you were feeling especially frisky, you swiped it with your purifier, not expecting it to work. But then when you debated with yourself for weeks on whether or not to read it, you finally took a peek, and you were strangely relieved to find all of this nonsense instead of his private thoughts. I want to get to this next flash. People say, what page is it on? When you finally took a peek, you were strangely relieved to find all this nonsense instead of his private thoughts, but you didn't have 4486. Oh, that's a lot. That's actually a lot. It depends on if there's short pages or not. If we get one wall of text of chat, we're gonna probably stop. Oh, the page numbers are distorted because of the character select. Okay. So we actually, how far would you say that is? Do I have to go through Dirk's stuff to be able to get to that, or no? Because if I have to get through all of Dirk's stuff, we may not have time for that tonight. Because I got about 3 hours of sleep last night, which might make me a little bit more rambly. The page count? Okay, no. We can actually get to the next flash without reading through Dirk's stuff. Okay. You agree with what a shame it must be about missing? Okay, but you still didn't have it in you to cop to the theft. You agree it was a shame what about his missing book. You have no idea what these letters mean. Are they some kind of code? Bark? Crab? Abracadabra? You have no clue what's running through this kid's head. Not unlike always. You guys gonna have to deal with Rambly Rev. This is what you signed up for. When you signed up for me reading all of Homestuck, this is what you get. This is not me, like, punishing you. This is just sort of like when you go to McDonald's and you order a hamburger. You can get some lame-ass hamburger. You're not getting cuisine. This is the deal that you made when you gave them $1 for a burger. This is the deal that you made when you donated for the charity. Me rambling about Warhammer and other bullshit. And then occasionally reading words from the comic while we just stare at the comic. Please don't compare yourself. No, I'm not comparing myself to $1 McDonald's burger. I'm just saying, like, you set your expectations, you know? You know what you're getting when you walk into a McDonald's. You want us to donate, right? Yeah, but I want you to be able to know what you're getting, you know? Very soon I'll have been reading Homestuck for a year, which is why I'm promising not to ask. I'm not going to promise to read more Homestuck until I've actually finished all of what I agreed to. I am making an attempt at reading it. It's just taking a while. Sorry about that. This thing is fucking massive. I didn't really realize that. It's like, oh, it's like a few thousand pages. All right, sure. How long can a page be? How long can a fucking page be? Anyway, this isn't a raid gun. It's a purifier. Pretty much the only Crocker tech you can still bring yourself to use. It's just too handy to not. You plug in the coordinates you want to nab something from, point to where you want it to purify, and then shoot. It'll make the thing purify right then and there, assuming no temporal conflicts. Piece of cake. Not Crocker brand cake, though, because fuck that witch. That isn't a command. Excuse me, but you beg to differ. You poured that beautiful martini a little while ago, and you've been letting it gather cobwebs while you horse around with random bullshit in your room. What a crime. Sip martini thoughtfully. Damn it. This is wrong. This is the wrong stock reaction. You will not stand for this outrageous misinterpretation of your beverage enjoyment. Sip martini more thoughtfully than that. It's getting converted. Like, I think all these things are getting converted because of Flash. That's much better. As you enjoy the afternoon cocktail, you have to remember to pace yourself with these things. They're crazy strong. It tends to make you kind of sleepy. Oh my, how inviting does that sloth plush pile look now? Quite, you think. Examine plushy pile. You quiet and ensconce yourself in a friendly heap to play games. Gosh, it looks soft. Your eyelids are getting heavy. Succumb to unfathomable booze snooze. Oh, that's a little... There you go, wobbling. Look out below, blackout. And there we go. Flash, and then there's an S directly afterwards. Bonk. This was the page that happened during the Pippa protest of 2012, where a bunch of sites went blacked out for a day. Oh, I see. Interesting context. We'll watch this, and I think we'll call it for the night. I want to check the art, though, so please stay around for the art. And after the art, we'll listen to one Homestuck video of your choice. She's not really sleepwalking as much as she is sleep floating. Oh, fuck, what? The bubbles, right, okay. So that's how all of this is happening again. Weird. Wake up. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and save here. We did not read this page. I'm going to not read this page right now. And that way we know we're coming back on this page to read it. Sound good? Actually, I should probably read it and then I click the next one when I... Alright. What the heck was all that about? Oh, hey there, Friglish. He greets you with a sly conspiratorial purr, almost as if he was privy to what you dreamt, which is impossible, of course. Looks like some dude has been badgering while you sleep. Okay, so now I can click this next time. If you do any Homestuck videos, there's a clip of something, make sure you delete them because your channel could receive a DMCA for that. You are right. That is a new consideration that I have to take, yeah. If they are copyrighted music, then I actually probably can't listen to it anymore. Figure that one out for me, chat. I'm going to check the art. For YouTube, I can easily just edit it out, but while I'm live, I just have to not, because they definitely are getting the ability to scan VODs. Like, I think they already have that information or that ability. They just haven't bothered yet. It all comes back to horses. Golden Chicken makes this art. It's of a horse, but it's also a troll. Because why not? Herman, please don't tear the mirror off the wall. I swear to God. We need to, like, just apply it to the wall better. It's a really good horse. I mean, I don't know if you've seen my horse, but it's pretty similar. I mean, look at this. It's basically the same drawing. And honestly, no, not that. It's kind of bordering on just copyright, on just how uncanny these two drawings are. They're basically the same thing. I'll be real. It's basically the same thing. And in fact, mine might be a little bit better. I'll be real. You went for this well-defined, well-detailed, well-drawn approach, and I went for something a little bit more fauve. Anyway, I'm joking. Anna LRK makes this one. It's of the best drunk girl. If you add qualifiers, then no one's gonna be like, well, not even. Roxy. Very cute. Thank you. I've had this done for weeks. Yeah, probably just waiting for a chance to upload this. Very good though. Thank you. If you don't want your streams to get DMCA'd, stream on Pornhub. I want my family to not be disappointed in me. I don't really want to like explain what I do for a living is stream on Pornhub. My mom texted me the other day. She just texted me the words "cooking with Rev cookies." I'm like, yeah. My parents are actually really great, but and they're actually incredibly supportive of what I do. I'm very lucky, but yeah. She definitely watched that. You should too. Anyway, when will you tell us about your OnlyFans? Nah. We've got this one from Bionic Bot. I have the moral obligation to read this. Yes, I do. It's very good drawing, though. I'm just going to ignore the fact that you've drawn me as Dave. We've got this one from Gerated. It's of brain.exe has stopped working. You've got a whole bunch of stuff going on here. You've got like the daddy emotes, and you got the Abby and the Abby, the Tilda, the Herman. These are very cute. Little Cupid me shooting a rocket launcher. There's a lot of cute stuff going on here. I'm going to read if there's... For weird reasons, Valentine's Day happens on June 12th in Brazil. So this week has me in the mood for drawing silly stuff. That is a good point. It's of a bunch of different people from the town of nowhere hanging out. Spoilers here for Town of Nowhere, but it's really good. Homestuck. It's very good. Did I say? Oh, it says Homestuck. There we go. We've got this one from Zoller Lemon. Dick. Strider. Dick. I love the way he says dick. It's really good. It's not Waluigi. It's the spoilers. It's Dick Dastardly. Thank you. It's very crunchy. We've got this one from Kikobubs. You can find them as leftover.cakes on Instagram. And it's of Rolla and Distra. Just hanging out, not being drunk, probably. Them. Dick. It's very cute. Thank you. And I believe... Oh, no, there's more art. That's the thing. Homestuck streams and Town of Nowhere streams are what's keeping that art train on my Boro page pumping. It's almost 6:12. Oh fuck. Oh shit, I actually have to, is 6:12 is an important day, right? Oh fuck, I actually should probably stream Homestuck on Friday then. Tomorrow I really want to do another Steam cleaning. And I think that would be good. Not that important. Is Homestuck, is that an important Homestuck day? It's Carcat's birthday. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I got to do it then. But I'm going to do Steam cleaning tomorrow. If you haven't seen the first Steam cleaning stream, I just am playing random games on my Steam thing. New Steam cleaning vote. I already installed a bunch of games, but I do need to it'd be good to get some more letters going. But I'll worry about that later. We might just do like a random. I might do a Steam cleaning thing with the itch.io games as well, but I'm doing it with the games that I already have. Anyway, we've got this art from R. Wendell, and if you go to their Tumblr, R. Wendell Art Dump, you can find more context or more stuff. And this one links off to the stuff they did. It's some Hollow Knight stuff where they finished out the drawings they did the other day, where they made all of the Homestuck characters or kids from the first kids, the alpha kids, as I mean, I guess you don't have to do much to the messenger and the mayor to make them Hollowstuck. Like, I didn't even recognize that you had made them in this style. But yeah, these are very cute. They're much more identifiable in color. They're very cute. But these, like, they kind of bug people anyway, so it's not a huge stretch on that one. But they're very good. I love the mayor's, like, little feats. They're good. Thank you. We got this one from Zicky. Just says Dick. It's Zick sitting at his computer, being a dick. Strider. Thank you. We got this one from Just Carcat. It says Dick Strider. Just Carcat. You can get more stuff on Just Jedi _. It's very good though. I like the way that guy looks. I like the cut of his jib, says chat. They didn't say that bit. I added that. But very cool. Thank you guys so much for being here. Is there any Homestuck music that I can listen to that's not copyrighted, where I won't get a copyright DMC claim on Twitch? Cause that'd be a thing. Are you gonna do more legendary? It's a 6-hour game. I probably will play other ones unless if people want more legendary. That's kind of how it works. Most of it is copyrighted. I don't know if only the parodies. You could do the stream audio. You could not stream the audio from YouTube. That's a good point. I could listen to any of these songs and just cut the audio on y'all's end, because this controls whether or not you hear the desktop audio. So I could do that, and then we could look up anything. What do you guys want to listen to? Lullaby for the Gods is copyrighted, but it's like in Russian. I mean, it's gonna be unlistenable for the people on After Hours. So what we could do is just open up. Yeah, I'll give you guys a countdown. Lullaby for the Gods. All right. Hold up. All right. Copy, paste. For anyone who wants to click the link at the same time, this is done by SU Buggle. Spoogle. I'm going to do a countdown, and when I say go, I'm going to click this, okay? So 3, 2, 1, go. It's really well animated. Holy shit. I hope this guy got a fucking job doing animation, if that's what he wants to do with his life, because holy fuck. Like, this is incredibly well done. They did? Yeah, I hope fucking so. There's character spoiler at the end. I could pause it before we get to the end. What do we define as the end? I feel like the music is like the least important part of this so far. I mean, in addition to just like getting the like animation well done, like the personality is there without you having to like be told what their personality is. It's very good. They also hope to make the animation for Act 7. Good. I mean, I already knew that guy was coming. Yeah, Twitch is they have to take care of DMCA stuff. No, they absolutely have to, because otherwise they are liable for it. They didn't for years, yeah. No one called them out on that shit, but that doesn't mean that they're not, I don't know. It's good animation. The music is like, meh. Like, the music is just sort of there. But the animation, fucking incredible shit. 3 million, almost 4 million views. Fuck yeah, I hope so. It's very good. Anyway, I know a lot of people are upset about the whole copyright thing, but it is something that they literally did warn us about like 3 years ago, 2 years ago. I don't know. I feel like it's been like 5 years since January, so I don't know how long it's been since anything. So the syncing makes it really cool. Sure, I don't really feel like the music played too much of a thing, but it's very cool. It's very well done, all the same. Can Witch, come on, Hive Swap, Friend Sim next time. Y'all fight over what I watch next time. Kill the Lights is one that I keep seeing as a name. Lullaby for the Gods is one that I saw a few times and I wanted to make sure I got to. But thank you guys for coming out tonight. I hope you had a good day. I hope you had a good experience with this stream. Sorry I ramble. It's who I am as a human being. I'll see you guys in the next one tomorrow. Possibly in the morning. Possibly not. Anyway. See you guys later. I'm going to raid some art channel. And hopefully they're cool. I don't know. I don't know who I'm raiding yet. I'm just going to look through the art tab and see who has like 1 or 0 viewers that deserves more than that. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Brrr. Where's the button? Brrr. Why is that button going to work? Brrr.